to just fucking barely
Kill everything.
kill everything.
Yeah.
Spiders,
Well, not everything.
bugbears.
There's got to be more stuff in this.
Oh,
There's stuff
I mean,
banging on our door.
technically you were looking for not the black spider.
This is
He just happened to be here. So
And
yeah.
most of the rest of our quest has been trying to get here before the black spider, which clearly we did not succeed in, but fucking he's dead,
So
I assume.
amidst the corpses in this sort of web-filled room, you now realize that this was a temple to the dwarven god Dumathoin, kind of appropriated as a war room of sorts for the black spider and its minions. There is still a room down the eastern corridor that's locked and closed off. The pillar to the northwest does have some considerable noticeable damage that most of the dwarves in the area immediately
We should
recognize.
probably wrap it up in here pretty quick.
Looming over you to the north is this large dwarven statue with green emerald eyes in the image of Dumathoin. On this large sort of table to the west here is a number of large unfurled maps of the Sword Coast with various locations sort of marked in numerous ways.
Fancy.
There's pieces of parchment with some kind of messaging on them. And yeah, here you are.
There were some spider signs.
Can I walk over and wrap all those maps up and just pack them
Do that.
Can I-
for later to check out?
Let's take a look now.
That whole thing is coming down.
I'm gonna,
Oh.
I'm gonna be going,
So
I'm gonna be going
there might be
straight
still
for the,
spiders on the roof.
that's
Can I loot the corpses of the dark elf and
You can look around. Why don't you two make a perception check and add your stone cunning bonus?
Oh, fun. It's all coming
I have
does
to-
that mean we have advantage?
Oh,
Or
those
just,
I'm just asking the dwarves.
Oh, so that's it.
Yeah. It's dwarven construction in an underground mountain. This is definitely their forte.
Expertise.
Does anyone want water?
I'm good still for now. We'll pass them later.
we have advantage on this
You
one,
want some
right?
water, Hans?
No thanks.
Right?
Okay, thank you.
So I've got 15.
You said we have advantage?
Mhm.
Oh, good. That was a 4.
18.
25.
What was the roll?
18.
Okay.
That was quite a cunning roll.
Well, it's double perception. Or double, yes, double
Yeah, he's,
proficiency.
he's more wisdomy than me.
While that northwestern pillar looks to be pretty fucked, if it were to take additional damage, you feel like it might come down. It seems stable enough for now.
Nice.
You do note that the statue of Dumathoin, the eyes in there appear to be valuable gems, but not necessarily the valuable emeralds that they appear to be.
Big terms.
As you approach the table, this is going to take a second to load. The centerpiece is a very large map of the Sword Coast.
Right.
Give me 1 second. Oh, there we go.
I found a really huge one online, like 10,000 pixels or something like that. It's
Yep.
gorgeous.
I've got that. This might look familiar then. It's gonna be big and take a while to load.
What was There it is.
I remember Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
Wow.
Phandalins on there.
So you are
Something
here.
Huh.
This is also circled on the map, as shown here.
That's where we is.
Crypt Garden. Why wouldn't someone just torch that forest?
Up here,
I got a friend that lives there.
east
Crypt Garden.
east of Neverwinter and Mount Hope now.
Alpagrim.
is a circled area just northeast of Thunder Tree, which is not on this map. That is circled. Both Tribor and Yartar are circled.
Anybody writing it down?
I'm assuming we would have this, like,
Golden Fields is circled. And just to reiterate, it's a big map.
Damn.
And actually, there's a larger version of
near
this
a
map.
bar.
But while we're here, Bryn Shander is also circled. And various question marks sort of line islands and places along the coast and western areas out to sea.
Sun quests.
The larger map, which I well,
Larger.
that was a torn off slice of a similar
That
map.
was the small map.
That's good. I'll get the map.
Size
all
doesn't
of
matter,
Faerun.
Jag.
It's the world map now.
You can hear my computer melting as it tries to load on this.
Good lord.
Oh,
That's the larger centerpiece map.
God damn.
I like it.
So,
In color, too.
tiny
Jeez.
people in this big world. Oh, jeez.
yeah, you are here.
You're a dead man.
You are right here. So yeah, those places are kind of marked. There's also, let's see.
Trying to see things I recognize.
Um,
Oh, there's Baldur's.
basically from Baldur's Gate all the way up to the spine of the world are various question marks on different towns and locations with those areas I indicated on the smaller map circled. On this larger map, which did not contain the eastern parts of this region, Citadel Felbar is circled. Mithril Hall is circled. Gauntlgrim and Mount Hotenow are circled excessively. There's a question mark near Unicorn Run and the Star Mounts. And an X over Dragonspear Castle. An X over Amphail. And a question mark on Helm's Hold, which was an area that you didn't see but kind of passed near when you were at Thunder Tree and Neverwinter before. Tribor has a question mark on this one, whereas it was circled on the other. And there is near Yartar kind of like a scribbled line drawing that sort of tracks this Desarin River that goes down through the X'd out Amphail and out towards Waterdeep. So while the bard is sort of unfurling and looking at these large maps, there's an immediate piece of parchment that was opened right next to them, as if recently read. And there is a wonderfully hand-corrected typo on there that I'm too lazy to redo, so fuck you. It says, Dearest Nesna, the ordning is shattered and I have secured my new position as an advisor. We must head north as soon as the forge is taken care of. The Jarl has a lead on the ice that never melts, and our queen cannot allow them to have it. You can enjoy yourself with Lord Dryland and his gambling boat when this is done. That's what that says there. Lady Imrith.
Is that how it's pronounced? Jarl?
I don't know. Is it Jarl?
I think it's Jarl.
Jarl.
It's Scandinavian, it's Jarl.
I've been playing Skyrim and they've been
Jarl?
calling Jarl.
Yeah,
That's a title
You're right.
for a Viking.
Jarl.
Like a,
They're all jerks.
It's like a duke.
Aranon was reading it, and he doesn't pronounce silent J's well. So
I have an accent, fuck off.
Because he's drunk.
Jarl.
He's just slurring everything.
Jarl.
The pirates.
Hey, you guys, I'm awake.
All right.
you
Yes.
on the Black Spider. There's nothing really abnormal on the bugbears, but on the dark elf.
If you're going for it, don't touch the staff.
I'm gonna touch it. Just
No,
like,
like you can grab it, just use gloves or something. It's like an evil creature's staff.
On his belt loop is a pair of keys made of wrought iron. This seems like a little trouble to drag these things into
you are a.
Of course, there's a healing potion for you.
Jesus.
Yes, healing potions.
Slowly replenishing your stock.
Yeah.
They're tucked inside his. It's interesting. He's kind of got. Pull it up. He's kind of got this black leather armor on with a robe over top of it. But tucked inside the robe pocket is a. You're damn near certain it's a pouch filled with gems. And of course, the staff with the spider on top of it on the ground.
All right. I will take everything. Not necessarily just for myself, but, you know.
We're all there.
Like I said,
see you.
You
But like,
you should hold it.
I can hold
Are you,
it.
do you have
I have
gloves?
all the things.
Don't touch the staff.
I know, I'm gonna touch the staff.
You explode.
Next to the body and like sort of at the base of the dwarven statue, is a half-filled, very ornate dwarven-looking mug.
Filled with what?
Whatever.
Drink it.
Looks to be some kind of ale.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's for the god. I'm gonna leave that.
Just. Yeah, no. Close. It's not taking.
Anyone else?
There was
As soon as the last spider falls, I'm going straight for the cocoon that made a grunting noise.
Yes. How about that?
There were a few
Um,
of those.
Well, only one of them made a noise.
You head up there and it looks pretty ready to just come down at this point between the combat and that part of the room sort of shaking and disrupting a little bit. Assume you're trying to
Get it down.
get it down. It takes you a moment, but you're able to bring the thing down. You kind of hear a male voice inside. And as you start to peel back some of the layers of the cocoon, you see your Uncle Nundro. We'll just since you already know. who
Wait,
that
pinch his
is.
cheek. Make sure it's him.
I just like to say that your family didn't do
Yeah, I know.
things like it.
I know.
Everything is bad shit.
One of
happens,
these
your
days,
family's
one of these
involved.
days, my quest will actually involve
One of
going
these
for something
days.
else.
One of these
Can
days.
I
Your family's very good at getting
I mean,
kidnapped.
it's like,
make
yeah.
it a point not to act like I recognize him?
Yeah.
See how I do.
kind of comes to like, I've been trapped inside this cocoon.
Exactly. So shit.
No, he comes to, and there's a look of recognition in his eyes.
Okay.
He says your whole goddamn crazy name, Sanamata. Is that you?
Yes, is that you?
Hi. I've been trapped here for a couple days, listening to this black spider, Nesnar, he calls himself. Plotting
Which one was he?
See the actual spider or the?
the drow, he kind of spits towards the
Okay,
corpse.
we have confirmation on that now.
There's been many strange voices coming and going, meeting with him, discussing plans for what they would do once they found this forge. Manipulating forces throughout the Sword Coast. There was a convoy of some sorts of creatures. I couldn't make out who or what they were, but there was
wet noises as they walked about. Strange.
Probably up your alley.
Something about assassinating the queen and planting a Lady Emrith in the court to disrupt the ordning.
The Queen of who?
Sheba.
If she's related to this ordning, the only one that we know of is the caste of giants who keep to themselves for the most part these days. But the ordning is their social structure. Frost giants, fire giants, stone giants, storm giants. Each a lower tier from the other, but kept in order for these past 100 years by their king. And if it is indeed shattered, then you can bet that this black spider and his people were to blame, from what I've heard. I don't think they suspected I'd live to tell about it.
Alright.
Just a kind of a general history check. So we are living in a monarchy.
Looking at the bard here.
Yes. May I roll?
Tell us the tale.
Yeah, roll.
Just a little bit of like, where the hell do we actually live? What is the political
What is it?
history?
Just history?
Yes.
Oh god.
Performance.
It's 11.
You know enough.
I'll maybe just look up while I have my hands full of papers and stuff that I'm stuffing in my backpack at the moment.
Sure, what he said.
By the way, I'm proficient in history too. If I can,
You can, yeah. Yeah. Dwarves would probably hear about this.
I didn't
a
do
little
much better. Actually, no, I did one worse. I got
So-
10.
bit. I mean, most of you have been around.
I have a
Is
+5.
you may all roll a history check if you like to see it.
I lived on a farm.
18.
That's better. Unless you have a -12.
I have a +2, so total of
Reading,
18.
reading books is fun.
Yay!
It's true.
Go 11.
I read all the time, but apparently it never affects my dice.
So, Caden, we'll see what Aaron pulls out.
Okay. So,
Regale us with your history.
let's see what I get if I actually rolled it upright.
So,
I
Caden,
know as much as
You don't have any pluses?
to history. No.
in your earlier years, you heard about sort of giants and their social system, right? So going way back before the small folk wandered this land and had their own societies, there were dragons and there were giants. And giants were around almost as long as dragons. And historically, they are just bitter enemies.
Nice.
So the huh?
Of each other.
Yes.
Bella's just had an idea how to get rid of the dragon.
So giant society as it stands in present day is defined largely by this thing called the Ordning, which is a caste system imposed upon the giants by their gods, chief among them, Anam the All-Father. The Ordning determines where a giant stands among his or her ilk. Traditionally, storm giants have stood at the top of this Ordning. They are a bit taller and more powerful, but they do struggle to keep the weaker races of giants from sort of despoiling the realms of small folk and sparking conflict. So essentially, this caste system was a bit of a self-preservation system for them, as dragons have been less prominent in the world. And it was also a way to keep them from sparking wars with the small folk who have become more technologically advanced and powerful throughout the years. But giant attacks and issues with them still happen among the more tumultuous sects of it, like hill giants and fire giants.
Fucking hell, guys.
The stronger storm giants are sort of powerful seers, and sort of one a little more religious and cosmic. Sometimes, one with divine omens and things like that. Cloud giants are a bit more aloof and aristocratic, and they are one step below storm giants. And in general, you can look at the caste system like this. The lowliest member of, say, like the Storm Giants would still be considered to have higher prestige than the leader of the Cloud Giants.
Gotcha.
So it's a very staircased structure. Fuck, I'll even do you one better. I think I have something for this. As far as
Kanye the Giant.
Kanye the Giant,
He's the king.
he is king of all. He's there's Anam the Allfather, and then there's Kanye the Giant. Yeah.
Well, that's you, Kitty. Jesus.
Hey.
no. Did you get sneezed on?
There was a breeze. That came real quick.
Loading.
Yes.
Can we say we're all taking a long rest now?
Well,
Not
you're kind of combing through the things. Cethla and her panther looks damn near mortally wounded, and she's talking about having to return to the surface for a brief moment to find some herbs, some remedies for
Herbs.
yeah.
Sounds bad.
Something that herb.
There you go.
Some Alizé.
Ooh.
Here is your pecking order, Caden, for giants.
Oh, the small ones are 16 feet tall.
Well, that's good.
Yes, the smallest are 16 feet tall.
Ah, that's tiny.
Yeah, it's nothing.
I'm
Here
3
is
foot 10.
Bellows.
Yes.
Bellows is 3 even, isn't he?
Below 3.
So yeah, way down there you go. Bellows, Sand,
Yeah.
Flint,
There you go.
Who's the tallest in our group?
I think him.
Yep.
Tiefling?
Were you like 6'5"?
Horns don't count.
No, I think I'm around 6 foot.
That's pretty sweet though.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
6 foot short for a tiefling, isn't it?
No.
So technically I can kill my way up the ladder.
We gotta find the dragon now.
Yeah,
Kill
Matt,
the dragon.
you don't know who among the actual like non-gods was the king of the storm gods, but there was one, and there may still be one. But if the ordning is shattered, then that means his position is no longer being respected, and you can be damn sure that every other class of giant will be fighting to impress Anam the Allfather and be appointed the new leader of the ordning.
Oh, good. This giant war.
Giant ball.
Yeah, I think trying to get a giant to help so the dragon might be a frying pan fire kind of situation.
Have you met Bellows?
I think he'd have more luck.
He lives in cooking ware.
You'd have,
I'm fucking dancing around the fire.
I think frying pan fire is
Like,
literally a chapter in The Hobbit, so it does kind of
Yeah.
make sense of the halfling, which is only called a halfling because of copyright issues. He's basically a hobbit, isn't he?
Bobo Joe.
So Nundro kind of looks back at you and says, Gundren, Varden, they still live.
One of them
Yes.
does.
This spider, in one of his meetings, talked about finding and killing anyone and everyone that knew about this cave and the location of the forge.
We were
I
able to
feared
get
for
to,
my
we
brothers,
were able to get to Gunrun in time.
not Varden.
Not Thornton was
Can I
They,
drag?
they split us up when they dragged us from our campsite,
yeah.
cave entrance.
I'd drag the corpse of the dark elf to him and be like, hey, if you want to, feel free to kick him as much as you want.
It'll do little good at this point.
More of a therapeutic.
Yeah, it's cathartic.
I'd urge caution if we're going to continue on, but if the elf and this panther, he looks at Onyx a bit hesitantly, are heading back to the surface, then I'd like to find Gundren. Do you know, is he back in Phandalin?
I believe he was heading back that way with, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I assume he's,
Wait, what else is here?
What do you...
making.
We haven't found the mine yet.
Oh,
When we're looking for the forge.
right, but what else?
It's
is
understandable that
here?
he's
Does he not know?
confused.
That's a good question.
Do you know?
I
any-
know-
That was actually in character.
Yeah.
The spider and his forces were talking about being unable to head into the eastern part of these mines. He said something about
some fools clearing the way for him, hopefully. And
Yes.
was
we are.
preparing some kind of message for those wet-sounding creatures when they headed off to the eastern corridor.
East, we're on the
I
west.
probably wear that moniker.
There was an impression that he was preparing a message for them to deliver, and he was biding his time in these chambers.
There were other sacks of webbing, right?
There were, yeah.
Cut them down.
Scratch them.
Okay.
Before we do that, can I? Is he near me? Aaron?
Aaron's still in the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the one
Hey, when'd you get
who
here?
mispronounced Jarl when
Yeah, okay.
he was looking over your shoulder reading that note.
Okay, as I Aaron,
How
Aaron,
did you
go,
wonder it?
as I, Aaron, go to the statue and look for that hammer that was there. There was a hammer on this.
Oh, I mean, it's like
Oh no, no.
a part of the statue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Try
Can
to.
you use it?
Admire another hammer.
No. I'm through with hammers. If you recall, I stole the guy's morning
I've
star.
retired hammers.
Yeah, hammers can go to hell.
If I had a hammer.
The cursed hammer of Aranon.
Yeah,
A -2 hammer of
fancy
striking.
yeah. The fancy hammer's gone.
You could have got an extra 55 gold out of that
He
thing.
could have sold it.
That's fine. After that disaster, I think he just threw it in the pond.
Yeah, sitting on that beach.
It's a straight up debacle.
The next adventures that come on, like, ooh, an old hammer.
Cursed.
Yeah.
They immediately
check.
pick it up
The cursed
and
hammer
find that
of
all
Aranon.
of their allies look upon them with hatred and they can hit nothing.
Exactly. And jealousy of the fanciness of the hammer.
Yeah.
The perceived fanciness.
There you go.
So should we maybe just clear this place out and get back to the
Well-
the barracks room and make our plans there?
And I'll give you a free, brief, original objective was to
Mhm.
clear the mines, find the
Right.
forge, and make it available for operations.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the Rock Seeker brothers.
I feel
Yeah,
we
we
need
got
a
that.
good
Yeah,
long
but-
rest before we
Yeah, I,
proceed on that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, well, Cephala's
And I
made,
can-
Cephala's made it clear that her and Onyx are going to head back to the
Yeah.
surface and have agreed to
like right
escort
now, she just
Nendra.
want to take a nap first.
No, I think she's on the way.
Yeah, well, they'll probably rest before they leave out.
Yeah, like a bit.
So can we close the door on the bottom there and then kind of rest up for a bit?
You could.
This place is.
Before we do
There
that,
is
Did
no
anyone,
door
did
to
anyone
the east.
find a
Yeah,
key for the?
I've got the key
door over
to
there?
the door to the east.
let's do that. Let's go.
I will go open the door
Okay.
to the...
Can
already
I?
have
Can we
the
just
sample,
assume
so
I
she's asking.
wrote all the
She
paper
knows
on the
what
map
it
just together
Yeah.
and put it in a bucket?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You may take it with you.
Are we gonna
for future
check any of the
reference.
other,
Exactly. I start like all those paper
Yeah,
scraps.
I
and
was-
shit.
Yes. So,
Oh yeah,
Titus, as you cut and bring down the other cocoons, you find one of them appears to be some kind of humanoid adventurer, much further gone than Nundro, like half-eaten, sort of slowly decaying. Nothing really of interest on him. It was just a body in commoner clothes. And the other cocoon is a halfling, also kind of nondescript, but very much dead.
Okay, nice.
Oh,
Can I look for the halfling town? Is there anything on him?
magical flute of
They appear to
failure.
have been stripped and used
Oh,
for
they're
food. Well, I mean, they have like a base,
Oh,
sort of.
Yeah, just like underwear.
Blade into
Okay,
that.
that's
Okay.
nurse into
Let's
the
say
Fucking
fair.
Puritans.
So this whole there's like a Capri Sun straw in it.
Yeah.
always bends.
Alright.
You're using the key to check out the.
Well, I'm gonna walk over to the door. I'm gonna look at the paladin. I was like, "Did you want to try barging through the door?"
I mean, yeah.
It looks pretty sturdy.
No,
This-
but
this-
This
this
is like
door-
a fancy dwarven
This door is a
door.
stone,
Yeah.
sturdy dwarven door with a small.
It's a stone door.
Yeah.
Alright, please. Proceed with
Take your own.
Okay.
Alright.
I will open the door then.
The door unlocks quite easily with one of the iron keys. And you find a personal chamber.
Alright, guys, I'm sleeping in here. Close the door behind me.
Clearly,
can
this
all
is
fit.
where Nesnar, or the Black Spider, if you will, was keeping resting. It looked like it might have been like quarters for priests who, worked or ran this temple before.
Alright.
But right now, there's a small desk area, a bed,
Search it for everything.
dusty dusty adornments along the walls, and an unlit brazier. On the desk, you see a torn piece of parchment, like just stacks of it. Like one of them is just kind of almost. It's almost like if there was like a pad of paper in the day with like one kind of ripped off. There's one ripped off with nothing underneath of it. But next to that is a scroll with a wax seal still on it.
All right.
Open it. Can I go through there and just look for the half-elf stuff? The
Uh,
halfling stuff?
Oh, the halflings?
Yeah, I'm trying to look.
In the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So if you're checking out the desk, what are you doing?
Well, I pick up the scroll and I wave it at the bard and be like, "Hey, what should I do with this?"
As you wave it about,
Oh, a spider comes out of it.
there's a clinking sound as of like wood hitting stone, as this strange wooden coin kind of rolls across the ground and stops with a golden goose. on it.
Clooney.
Goose
It
coin.
was tucked inside this note.
All right.
What is?
I'm gonna open it now
It's like a
and pick
wooden
up the coin.
Okay. As you pull off the seal, you see it's like a red wax seal with the imprint of
Can I preserve the
this
seal?
tentacled creature on it. You can. Yeah, here, I'll include it on this.
Ew. Oh, that's good.
This is Nesnar. I welcome you to our order. When your lady allows, you must come see me aboard the Grand Dame. A good number of our colleagues are eager to finally meet you. Lord Caspian Dryland of Yartar.
All right.
A conspiracy.
Bard,
Yeah.
roll an insight check.
That would be a 17. No, 18, sorry. 18.
You've seen that symbol before.
Yeah.
It
looks familiar.
Sends shivers down your spine.
Of excitement.
Something scares the bard.
It should.
Yeah.
There,
The man without fear.
when you were on the coast back in Neverwinter, there was a lot of talk in one of these bars about people mutiny. So if you mutinize?
Just start a mutiny.
Yeah.
Mutiny.
Mutiny. Some of the biggest and nastiest pirate crews who were dead loyal to their captains had begun to mutiny and take over their ships. And there were just stories of them taking over the ship and disappearing out into the western seas, never to be seen again.
What happened to the Blue Swan?
And tales of this giant ship that they were all flocking to and forming a fleet around. And there was one guy that no one believed who, when he told you his tale, you could sense the sense of dread in his voice and the truth behind it. But he said something about bearing this tentacled logo and something about a group rarely known who are among all of us called the Kraken Society.
Nice.
Let's get cracking, guys.
He said it was as if the members of his crew had lost their minds and were following orders that made no sense, as if they were coming from somewhere else altogether.
Nice.
I was a quartermaster
Jarl!
on one of the fiercest pirate ships on the Sword Coast. Our boys were loyal and strong, and just like that, one by one, they killed our captain. And I swam ashore, thought I'd drown, but ended up here still alive, and I'll never go back out there.
I'll buy him a drink.
Girl.
He chugged your drink and left the bar and never made eye contact with you the entire time.
It's all good.
He gets that a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cool. So do our resident pirates know about this?
I don't know. Have you? None of them have seen the symbol or heard your take on it yet.
Well, I've seen the symbol.
Well, he's the one who opened the scroll.
Yeah.
Should I assume you mentioned the story?
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to like think of it like we were talking like
This is a game of telephone, and you have to dial out.
Banana.
Both of you just roll a d20. Don't add anything.
Why don't you roll it?
That's less fun.
Oh, natural 1.
Hey.
6.
Yeah.
All pirates are useless.
Okay.
Both of you just kind of
Looks like a squid.
children's tales.
Yeah.
Children's tales. Any pirate you've ever heard mention those words has been just chalked up as a crazy someone who couldn't hack it out at sea.
Yeah.
You don't buy it for a minute.
So that happened to my blue swan.
All right, so Bruce.
That was the name of my boat.
That's your boat.
You were Capitan.
I was passed out and they left without me.
No.
Jerks.
That sounds about right. That sounds.
That doesn't mean you were like
We keep
useless.
trying that too. That's
You
what
just
we're
mean it just left you.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Must have been what happened with my.
I do retell in the story I heard with like enough foreboding, but you know I'm kind of serious about this shit.
I'm convinced.
I just
You're very convincing.
Remember, says something serious.
I can be. It's like I don't.
Roll
seriously.
another d20 while you're in there.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna roll that one now.
Yeah, roll
That's the bad D20.
No.
They're all bad.
Did you roll another one?
No, 3.
What's everyone else doing?
I've cleared
Well, I'm
up
technically
the-
still looking for the thiefling, the halfling stuff.
Okay, roll d20 for me.
Oh no.
Anything else? Just a roll.
Yeah, just the one.
14.
14? Okay. As you're going about, you notice behind the pillow on the bed is a sack full of coins.
Mm-hmm.
And
None of us are ever getting any GP improvement. They keep finding.
where the dwarf was inspecting the desk, you can notice sort of the hard-pressed writing of whatever was on top of the stack of parchment, and you feel like you might be able to take a rubbing
I'll do a rubbing.
of that.
Yeah, I'll step back and let him rub
Let him rub it out.
it out.
I'll rub one out.
I will go to the doorway and tell everyone to stay out there. The halfling's rubbing one out.
Exactly.
So you rub a piece of parchment on top of this stack of papers and find a note from Mesnar that he was trying to send out.
Oh man, we are the fools.
It says, "My lady, with the help of some fools, I believe I have finally found the forge. I shall soon secure it or have it destroyed. Duke Zalto and his clan will not acquire it." Mesnar.
Do I know who Duke Salto is?
Is that the one?
No idea.
Okay.
Is that the one from the other note?
The other one was Lord
No, that's
Lord
different.
Caspier Dryland of
Ah,
Yartar.
Some like dude under the ship, the Grand Thing.
Grand
The
Dane.
Grand Thing.
Got the
dick.
gambling.
Hey
boat.
Nundro, do you know who Duke Zalto is?
Could be.
No one's heard of Duke Zalto.
Okay. Alright.
None of you have anyone.
Are we done
He
with
asked
this?
Nundro. He asked Nundro.
Yes, Nundra?
Yeah.
No. Clan, no. Maybe
You're
dwarves.
no good to us.
Maybe related to the Ordning.
Okay.
Clans. Maybe someone up north. Those people that live near the spine of the world tend to keep to clan-like societies.
Alright, are we finished ransacking this room? Can we let the other people in?
Yeah, maybe someone else can take a look and see if we can have missed
Tiny-
something.
The tiny loot crew has done their first pass.
Before she leaves, I'm going to apologize to the elf for attacking.
You didn't really attack her, you just kind of dragged her by her hair.
I don't apologize for attacking you. Just like,
You were not yourself. It's okay.
I I knew it was you all the time.
Why do you say something?
Yeah,
Are we
right.
good? Should we check?
Because you were working with the bad guys.
Can I go check the room with them as well?
Sure.
Nothing
To
left.
see if we missed anything.
I mean, you see them kind of rubbing parts
Pulling
in,
shit up.
pulling pillows off of beds. No, you don't really spot anything.
Secret compartments on the desk.
Roll a perception check.
That's what a good sound. Why is it always a good bad sound?
Yeah.
Oh no, just a
You
lot.
probably missed like so many magical items.
What's the total?
It's like, oh,
It's really hard to tell, but you know what the source was. But there is all through the corridor here, going every which way, are just like wet footprints and things.
Wait, recent? Did we not see that when we went through earlier?
You probably caught some of them.
Okay.
That's true.
I suppose I was more preoccupied with webs and battle at the time.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's rest up, guys. Come on in.
Let's
Nap
do like a
time.
quick nappy nap.
Is that a bed by me right now?
It is.
I will take a nap on the bed.
Okay.
I'll throw the keys to the paladin and be like, hey, lock up when you're ready to.
All right. Are you doing a long rest or a short rest?
I think we should do a long rest.
Yeah.
Might as well.
You're
Yeah,
all pretty
man, where to
beaten
be.
up.
All right.
Do we want to just go here, or do we want to?
That's the
I
only
mean,
place
let's
you can
not
walk.
sleep in the room that's gonna fall down.
God damn it! I didn't mean to click that.
Just go like suddenly.
All right.
I'm just so excited about sleeping.
I pull my sword again. And I'm like, I'll take care of it, guys.
You just go outside like, and come back. All right, then let's go to bed again.
I was being like, do we want to stay in this room, or do we want to go back to the barracks?
So it's back
The
to the room
barracks
with
have
the undead and
zombies
everything.
on one
I'm
side.
dead.
Yeah.
This has nothing, and we can lock it.
Are we all gonna sleep in there?
Oh, yeah.
We're
I
friends.
guess we could just grab like the.
I don't need to rest, so I will meditate in front of the door. Once
All right.
You don't have to.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Are you sure? No, that wasn't a taxing experience for you being.
It
all-
is quite cold in here. I don't know if you want to light the brazier.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you should. I'm gonna fire it.
I've got blankets on the bed. I'm assuming.
We'll warm it up.
We can grab some of the furs off all
There
those
are a lot of
chairs.
furs across all the chairs out there.
Yeah.
You got the impression that the bugbears had to sleep out there. They kind of smell a bit like bugbears.
Preston
Can we
was
poke
chasing
through
all
the
bugbear smell
brazier?
off of them.
The brazier before lighting it, just to make sure there's nothing in it.
Just
All right.
nothing. Ash, your hands get a little dirty.
No
but
burnt notes or anything.
Nothing.
All right, let's light it up.
Nothing readable.
You want me to take a look at the staff and tell you what it does?
Do it.
Look with your eyes, not with your hands.
Well, I need to cast a spell.
Why
I don't
do
want
you
the
need a
goddamn
staff?
staff.
That's fine. It's not that I need it. I
He
just
has
don't want
nothing
him to
else.
have it.
I don't want the damn
Hey,
thing.
you can't even use a staff.
Then he'll use it and save us.
No,
again.
because he has stuff.
She
I
will
want.
use it and save our lives.
No, I won't use it. I'm not using it. I want it.
Oh, well, that's not
How do you know? You don't even know what it is.
I don't care what it is. It's got a big ugly spider on it.
But maybe it's a nice, pretty spider.
I mean, you can cover the spider, just put a cloth on it.
If you don't take it, I take it.
We could make it the pink
You can
spider.
take it, but
Hey,
at least tell us if it's.
I'm holding it right now.
At least check and
You're
make
really
sure it's
gonna
not
go an argument
freaking
without-
cursed.
if it
We just
wasn't
got it
there,
from a
yeah.
big bad guy.
Stop fighting over his staff.
No, I'm not fighting. Just like
Yeah,
I don't want
You
the
can
damn thing. I
use
just
it.
want to make sure it's not possessed or
Anyone
anything.
wants to touch your staff.
yeah, but I could sell it. You don't know.
No one buys magical items.
anyways.
So are you checking out the staff?
He's checking out my staff,
Okay.
and he's checking out the spider staff too.
She is checking.
She's checking out my staff.
That'll take about 11 minutes. Casting identity.
No, I just had a different one. So it's like it appears to be sort of made out of this like tempered black adamantine, and
If
the
I can
top
smell
is
it down.
shaped in a form of a spider. You can tell that you would have to be attuned to it to gain the benefits from it, but you can immediately discern that it would perform like a normal quarterstaff, but if you struck something with it, it appears to have some sort of poison enchantment in there. So it would do a bit of poison damage, an extra d6 when striking with it.
It'd be handy if we had someone who knew how to use a quarterstaff.
Yeah, if only.
Oh yeah. Hey, I know how to use a quarterstaff.
Wait, is there metal on it?
It's made of metal, yeah.
It's an adamantine.
Adamantine.
Adamantine?
I guess.
It doesn't. I don't think you're affected by weapons. It's only armor and shields, actually.
Especially when they're being heated by a halfling.
Wow.
You also know that within the staff, much like your current glass staff, it's got the equivalent of 10 charges that can be used to fuel some spells that are embedded within it. So an action could be used if you were wielding the staff to cast the following spells if they're in your class's spell list. So you have to be familiar with the magic. So Spider Climb
I think so.
or Web.
I think I
No
got
components or spell slots are required. That all comes from the magic imbued within the staff. And it regains charges each day, 1d6 plus 4 of them.
I know. I was just trying to be fine.
So
Would you
essentially,
like me to use that staff?
for him, it's essentially a stick. For me, it
What?
could be a powerful stick that I don't want.
Yeah, but it's so.
For me, it could be a stick that does poison too, right?
I don't. You
Well,
know.
for me, it could be a.
Yeah, but that's a quarterstaff. That's
I'm a fighter. I know how to use all
For
weapons.
me-
Yes, but doesn't your sword do more damage?
Probably.
Guys.
Just saying.
I would be the most useful with that staff. But let's don't be serious here.
I mean, I don't care. I don't want
The thing is, you have 2 hands and 3 weapons.
Yeah, I know. And I only use one weapon at a time. So
Yeah, you suck at them. So, give him the quarterstaff, please. For the
Hey.
love of God.
who basically killed the spider?
No, we all did.
Onyx,
You know what?
Onyx doesn't
You
like
guys keep
your tone of
forcing
voice.
this issue. I'm not going to give it to him.
Can I have it?
I'm going to bed.
That's the
Okay. I take the staff from him. I'm
I
going to
give you the staff.
Thank you, sir. I accept the staff from him. I'm going to break off a piece of my staff, which is the oak that I use
Oh,
for
is
my
it-
magic.
is
I'm
it
going to
almost
place it on the
Time to go
spider.
get food and use the bathroom?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Staffy staff.
You have a new
Do you know Web or Spider Climb? Or can you?
Yeah, I believe so.
Sure.
That sounds
I can
very
find out right quick
that
for
sounds
you.
very druidy.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's very
just look at the book.
Druid spell list.
Yeah, let me find my spells.
Druid spells.
So
That's a lot
it's
of them.
web.
No
No
web.
If not,
web.
you can turn the spider and then use the shit.
Let's slam then. Maybe I don't need the staff.
Well, it's still poisonous.
It's still
Fine.
poison.
It's still better than your regular.
Nah.
No Spider Climb.
And Sans just doesn't do anything with it.
I'm surprised.
Because by the time she's in reach of
It's still better than your current stuff.
Anytime I need you to cast spider climb, I'll just chuck it at you.
No, I have to attune to it. I know Web. I know Spider Climb.
You do.
Well, I don't know them, but I mean, I'd technically be able to use it, but I'd rather have my staff protection.
Yeah, hold on.
Just
All right, so we're gonna
It's more-
take a
go sleep.
Fits my
a long rest.
MO
Let's
back.
take a quick break for food and the dog.
Alright,
Should we call in our orders or?
Take a nap.
It's probably